some noise.
Welcome to Changing the Volume with PH and Caprice.
Welcome to Changing the Volume with your boy PH.
And your girl Caprice, and the place to be. I'm on a microphone. Hey, get it, Caprice. Go, girl. You got it, girl. Get it.
No, you don't.
What?
You don't have it.
I do have it.
Wow.
I should have been a rapper. I'm serious.
So glad that didn't happen.
I should have been a rapper.
No, that didn't need to happen. What you need to rap is my lunch, dinner, and breakfast.
You know what? Anyway, PH, I'm going on American Idol. If they have not already started auditions,
Please don't.
I'm going to go on American Idol, and I need you guys to vote for me when I make it to the top 10.
American Idol, please don't call.
Just find my rap tonight. I'm going to work on it now.
The only thing you can rap is my dinner.
Anyway.
Reynolds, please call.
Anyway, welcome to Changing the Volume again, guys. Thank you. This is episode number 3. We appreciate you again. We appreciate the love, the support. This is exciting.
Yes, it is.
All we are doing is just talking. It's just my husband and I. We're doing what we normally do, but we're inviting you in this conversation because we want to set the tone and change the volume. But before we get into our topic, I need to encourage someone who may be going through suicidal ideations, depression, anxiety, loneliness, whatever it is. I want to encourage you to know that you are loved and you are needed.
Yes, you are.
I am so sorry what you're going through and what you have been through. But I need you to know that there is a man that sits high and looks low.
Yes.
That made you and created you, and you are great in his eyes. You are wonderful in his eyes.
Yes, you are.
You are magnificent in his eyes. And your life means everything to him. So I need you to know there is a reason why you are here. And if you do anything before time, you will never get to be your full potential of who you're supposed to be. So we want you to know that we love you.
Yes, we do.
We are here to support you at Changing the Volume.
Yes.
Listen, you need to talk to someone, reach out to us, changingthevolume@gmail.com. Leave a message and we will get to you. We will have one of our staff members get to you so we can talk to you. We want you to know that you are important to us.
Yes, you are.
I don't want you to feel lonely. I don't want you to feel depressed. We don't want you to feel these things.
No, we don't.
We know life happens and everything don't always go exactly how we want it to go. But if we stay in the vehicle of Jesus and we allow him to be the driver in our navigation system, no matter how long it takes, do not get off the exit before time, because you may get off the exit and have to get back on. Ride it out with Jesus. Ride it out with our God, because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. He's going to get you to where you're supposed to be. You may have to go through some snowstorms. You may have to go through some thunderstorms. You may have to go through some tornadoes and hurricanes. But I can assure you, when it's all said and done, you won't look like what you've been through, because God, he is the driver. You have to trust his GPS, because he knows where to bring you and he knows where your destination is. So I just want to give you a hug through this microphone. And I want to tell you that I love you, my brother. I love you, my sister. I don't care if you're white, pink, yellow, blue, black. It doesn't matter, because everything God created is beautiful and belongs to him. Please know you have someone to talk to.
Yes, you do.
Amen. Okay. So today's topic, we are on part 2 of the silent war between men and women.
This is good.
This is where we're going to be for this first season. We are stepping into every area of the dating life between men and women and what's happening. So last episode, we spoke with a chef who was a single man, and we spoke with a young lady who was a single woman dating in this pool of life. And they were given their experiences of the dating world and life and how difficult it is. Today, we are speaking to a single mom, because we need to tap into every area of the dating world.
Yes, we do.
You have single men out there that are dating and single women out there dating with no children, but then you have the single women out there who are dating with children.
As well as single men.
And as well as single men. And it's rough. It's rough out there. So imagine being a single parent trying to date. You have to take so many things into consideration. You know, you have to be careful who you bring around your child. You have to be careful how they may treat your child. You have to be careful that you trust them, that they may not try to do anything to harm your child. What you think, Prophet Hector? Come on, talk to us.
I think a lot of things you just said is hitting right on the nail. But then also being a single parent, male or female dating, you also got to find the right babysitter, you know, whether it's a family member or just, you know, hiring somebody, because that's another thing you got to look at, because sometimes people, they get so caught up into the new person they have met. There's a lot of changes that take place.
You know, you have to take into consideration, ladies and men, that when you are dating, your child comes before that man, your child comes before that woman. Now, when you get married and you have a husband and you already have a child before that marriage, your child comes before that marriage. Now, if you are married before the child comes after the marriage. Do that make sense to you?
Yeah, you're making sense, because the way you explain it is that if you have two people get together and they don't have no children, then it's God, the husband and the wife, they're one, and then the child. But then this topic today, a single person, a single female, that if she meets somebody right now, that the child would come before the spouse.
Exactly. And I think a lot of times men, women, whoever don't get it. And, you know, I'm not a mother, so I can't really speak for the person or mothers out there because I don't have children. So I wouldn't know what that is like to date with a child. But from what I gather, it's rough because you want to make sure that you are picking the right person to be around your kids. You want to make sure you're picking the right person, that they don't have a whole bunch of baby mama drama, just like he doesn't want her to have a bunch of baby mama drama. And then you got to be considering the fact that if you have a daughter, how your daughter's father may feel about another man being around their daughter.
Or a mother.
Or a mother feeling a certain way about her daughter being around another woman. Especially if the man then dipped out on you and he's with the woman that he cheated on you with. And then the same way on the other end, like a man don't want you bringing a man around their child if you cheated on them. So all of those things goes into this topic of dating as a single parent with a child. Is rough from what I'm hearing in these streets.
Then also you have to keep in mind that sometime when you have children and you are single, the child may not like the new person that you are bringing in. So therefore that child is, going to be aggressive. So you got to think about that as well before you introduce your child or children to anyone.
Right. And ladies, men, yes, it's true. Your children comes before the person you are dating. However, you still got to put the time in and date. You have to still put in the time and not hide behind you being a parent. Now, you are a parent first, but don't allow that to be your excuse to not have a relationship or to move forward. You got to have a life, because what's going to happen, your child is going to grow up.
Saying something.
They're going to go to high school. They're going to start feeling themselves a little bit. They're going to start meeting friends and being able to identify who they are in their character and their personality. And then they're going to go off to college. And then you're going to be home by yourself like, my life is over pretty much because I put everything into my child. There's nothing wrong with keeping your child first while you still put you first and have a life. You got to have a balance.
You're right.
Okay? That's what we are going to be getting into in this episode today. So we're going to take a quick break. And when we get back, we're going to get into it.
Yes.
On Changing the Volume with your girl Caprice.
Your boy PH.
Keep it locked.
You're listening to Changing the Volume. We'll be right back, so don't touch that dial. Turn it up.
Hey, volume changers and tone setters. This is your girl Caprice. This is just a friendly reminder to remind you to go to our website, changingthevolume.org, and purchase you some merch, okay? And please go follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Changing the Volume. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Changing the Volume with your girl Caprice.
Your boy PH.
Okay, guys. So, as I mentioned earlier, we have a special guest for you today.
We do?
Her name is Brittany, and she is out here in this dating pool. She's a single mom, so we want to get some insight from her on what it's like as a single mother out here dating. So, guys, help us welcome Brittany. How you doing, Brittany?
Yes,
I am good. How are y'all doing tonight?
we're doing great.
Well, first of all, Brittany, we just want to know from you what it's like to be dating nowadays as a woman, then as a single mother. What is that experience like for you?
It's scary. It's a little scary because, I have my daughter. So when dating somebody, I want to make sure that he's right, and he's going to be a good fit for not only me, but for her as well. So it's scary. It is a little challenging because I think sometimes guys are intimidated by me when I'm out in public.
I ain't intimidated. I want to know.
I get the stares and, they'll kind of look at me and then I walk over to another aisle and they'll kind of look and walk by and, they might just kind of look and never say nothing. Or if they say something, you can tell it's just a little bit of uncomfortable there or, just intimidation. So
basically they're saying you're not ugly.
right, probably not. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Renette, are you with your daughter walking down the aisles when they see you?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I'll be in the store by myself, but for the most time, she's right there with me and she will point it out to me.
Right.
She'll be like, Mom, that guy's looking at you.
She already compete the game. She like, Mom, he's checking you out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Was-
Yeah, she does.
So has anyone ever tried to approach you knowing that you have a child?
I have. And it's always guys that are way older than me. If someone has kind of checked me out or looked at me and they're my age, they did not approach me. The ones that approach me are older. They are older.
Okay, so what is your biggest fear about dating nowadays with a daughter?
That's a good question.
My biggest fear, that's a very good question. I would say wasting time. I'm at the age now where I don't want to waste time when I'm dating someone, and I want to date someone that, is going to bring value to my life in some sort of way. So, because I feel like time is one thing you can't get back. So my fear is, getting to know somebody or you dating them for a while. And then, my daughter gets used to them or meets them and then it doesn't work out, or I realize later on it's the wrong person. So I don't want to waste my time.
That's smart right there. That's really smart.
You have some women, when they're dating a guy, they immediately bring their children around this guy, even if they're just dating. At what point do you think it's appropriate to introduce your children to a guy you are dating?
For me, I would say it's got to be a minimum of 6 months of me dating him. I can't bring him around my daughter right off. I have to date him for a few months.
And within 6 months, are you assuming that you would know, okay, he is the guy that I could potentially see myself being with long term, or it's just 6 months and I'm okay with him coming around my daughter?
Yeah, I think it's more so that, I don't know if in 6 months I would know, he's my soulmate or, he's going to be the guy that I marry. But I feel like in 6 months, I would kind of picked up on his energy, learn a lot about him, and at least be comfortable enough around him to introduce him to my daughter.
What is one of the hardest things about being a single mother out here dating when you know you have a daughter?
I would just say his, he has to be right. Because, you hear all this crazy stuff on the news and, young girls being attacked and things like that. So for me, it elevates my fear. And so, he's got to be a protector for not only me, but her. He's got to be a safe place. If he's not a safe place for me and her, I can't do it. I can't entertain it. She has to be comfortable around him and, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And be able to kind of grow up with him being in the household. So for me, it's the safe place. He's got to be our safe place.
My next question is how you as a single mom handle dating when you know your daughter has a dad. What does that look like? Because I know some women, when they're dating, they have a daughter and they have a son. You may have a father that's a little more protective and may have a lot to say about, you bringing their child around another man or another woman. And is that something that women go through?
Yeah, I think a lot of women definitely deal with that and go through hurdles with that. For me, I think that the best thing that works for us is just transparency. Being honest, being upfront, making him aware, that if I am dating someone or I don't want to be secretive, I don't want to hide anything. I want to be transparent and straightforward so that he does know that, there is someone else that's going to be around her. And even with her too, and telling her, hey, look, this is what's going on. So that way she understands and she can, feel respected and heard as well.
I have a question. What are the deal breakers and what are the signs when either he's the one or the deal breakers where nah, this ain't gonna work?
The biggest question I always like to ask myself is how is he bringing value to me and my daughter's life?
That's good.
Is he consistent? Is he setting a good example? Is this going to be a positive, God-fearing, two-parent household? Because, with me having her, I can't really just focus on my wants and needs. I got to also make sure that he's a good fit for her, because he would be the bonus that, he would be in the house raising her. So I think him being compatible, not only with me, but with her is also a deal breaker, because I need her to feel like she is, a part of the family. She's accepted and she's valued. So I always try to see what value is that person bringing to the table. And another big thing I'm on is just consistency. So, you know what I mean? You got to be consistent and you got to be constantly, giving it your all. You know what I'm saying? We can't be up and down. I've noticed that too with a lot of guys in the dating game, there's no consistency.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They want, they want
I hear that a lot.
test the waters. You know what I mean? Yeah, you want to hang out with her and hang out with this. It's just like, no, you got to be consistent. We got to be serious and we got to be transparent. Transparency is huge for me, especially knowing that, if we've gotten to the level where he's around my daughter, I need him, we got to be transparent. We got to be communicating and he's got to be consistent. And I think too, for me as on my personal need, just kind of taking my daughter out of the equation, he has to mentally and emotionally stimulate me. If I don't feel that connection, because I've gotten to the point where I'm heavily discerned in this phase of my life. So if I don't feel like he's that person or I'm mentally and emotionally stimulated, I'm not going to be the best version of me. You know what I mean? So to me, that's a deal breaker, because I know me. You have to mentally and emotionally stimulate me. We have to be like on one accord. Because if not, it's not going to be it for me. You're not going to get the best version of me.
So I have a good question. So what if he did those two things you just said? Now, he wasn't a 10, he was a 3. How would you handle that?
You always want to go into the looks.
Yeah, man, we visual.
I know, but what I'm saying is the looks is always a thing with you, man.
UGLY.
Oh my goodness.
The planks are not going to crack.
It's funny you say that, because there's a part of me that I do have to physically be attracted to my person. But however, I've been in situations where I've had a very nice looking person and he was just not it for me. And so it was almost like, even though he was nice looking, that emotional connection and mental connection is not there. So then once again, you're not going to get the best of me. So at this point in my life, I really want that connection. So if he's mentally and emotionally stimulating me, but he's like a 3.5, 4, I would do that. I would do that, because at the end of the day, it's a connection for me at this point in my life. It's a connection.
All y'all girls say the same thing.
If he's, a nice 10, I'm not going to complain about that, but
Listen, we all want to know. We want that 10 with all of those qualities. It's not a guarantee that we will get that. After a woman has been through so much, she stopped looking at just the appearance, because the appearance sometimes is the only thing they have going on most times. And so women like, okay, what else you got? We know you look high, but what else can you give me? What can you provide? How can you love my emotions and my heart and not just love my body? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So that is. So Brittany, my question to you, if the guy, the right guy and everything, but he has children himself, say for example, he has
Great crack.
a couple of baby mamas, but he's willing to love you and give you all of the qualities that you are asking in a man, but he has baby mama drama, but he's not drama. How will you handle somebody like that?
I am definitely open to dating someone who has kids. For me, I know that, when you have multiple kids or you have multiple baby mamas, it's different, because everybody has their own personality. Some people might still be in their feelings from the past. So I get it's going to be a little confusion and chaos. You know what I'm saying? So I am already kind of like in my mind prepared for that and how I want to approach that. I think once again, it boils down to just like the transparency. Like you have to, if you're going to lead, you got to know how to lead and also be able to handle that situation and be transparent. And you have to set boundaries. I think when you have someone that has like multiple baby mamas, they have to have firm boundaries and they have to have clear expectations. And it has to be a level of respect for me and my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So
what it sounds like to me, you want to date with purpose. You don't want to date just to be dating. You don't have time to be wasted. You have a child, you're a woman with needs, and you just don't have time for games, basically. Is that what I hear you saying?
That's exactly what it is.
Some men out here, they believe in God, they don't believe in God. And so how important in having a relationship with God with the person that you would potentially date is for you?
Oh, it's everything. It's so important. He has to have that. He has to be God-fearing. You know what I mean? He has to pray. He has to fast. We need to be praying and fasting. He's got to be God-fearing.
How important is the finances to you, what he brings to the table financially? Now, we know that you're not expecting him to come and just take care of your daughter and all those different things, but how important is his finances and how he makes a living?
It's pretty important. I will say, a lot of people ask me, oh, does your person have to make more money than you? Does he have to have this? Honestly, if I met somebody who did not make as much money as me, I would not be totally against that because, I've been in situations where, people have made more money than me and have not done anything with their money. They blow it. They're careless. So if I'm dating a guy and he does not make as much money as me, but he's financially smart and he budgets and he knows how to save and invest and pay his bills and handle his money, I look at that now. A guy has to know how to handle his money and spend it, in a way where you can operate and run a household. So the finances are very important to me, but he does not have to make more than me. If he makes less than me, but he knows how to handle his money and he's growing in his career or he's trying to start his business, I'm totally fine with that. Like, I don't have to have a man come as a millionaire or just fully financially stable. But he has to have goals and he has to be able to handle his money and, be working towards bettering himself.
How do you feel about gender roles? Pretty much being a dominant role, the masculine, because nowadays, girls are making more money than most men. And so it seemed like it's a battle between
who controls the house.
Controls what? So how do you feel about that? If you made less money than him, or if you made more money than him, how do you see him leading? Do you still feel like he should be the one that leads?
I do. I am a firm believer of the man being the head of the household and the leader of the household. Even if I make more money than him, he's still the man of the household. And so I operate in my best when I'm in my femininity. You know what I mean? Like allowing him to lead and allowing him to protect and guide us. Like I want a man to lead.
Right.
We've heard what you're looking for in a man. What can you say? What qualities do you
look for?
No, not qualities that she looks for. What are the qualities that you can give to a man? Because we know all the qualities that you desire from him. But what is it that you feel like you can bring to the table?
Great question.
I think the biggest thing I bring to the table is peace. I don't operate in confusion and chaos well. It has to be peaceful. I do know that in a crazy world of confusion and chaos, I do bring peace to the table. And I'm a very loyal person too. Another thing too, I think that people need to bring to the table is like self-care and health, maintaining your health. You know what I mean? That's one thing that I think a lot of people overlook. You got to keep yourself up. You got to be taking care of yourself. You need to be eating healthy. And that's one thing I've worked on the last couple of years is loving myself, keeping myself up to be the best version of me.
So basically you don't want him snag a tooth at 45.
I don't.
Oh my goodness. Brittany, you know what I love about how you answered? You didn't say, I have a degree, I make this much money. You spoke about your qualities as a woman, but you can give from your character. And that was excellent. I'm very impressed.
I got one more question. I heard what you said that you brought to the table, but sometimes us men don't want to go out to eat. I want to know, can you at least cook one meal Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, at least we know he can get one meal if it ain't under breakfast all day.
Oh, yeah. I love to cook. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. And I grew up around women, like, we love to cook. So, yes.
What advice will you give to all the single mothers out there with children when it comes down to the dating?
I would say wait on God to send you your person, or for the time to get, for God to allow you to meet your person. And in the meantime, just focus on yourself, bettering yourself, doing things that you want to do. In this season of me being single, I've been able to get my real estate license, my master's degree. I've gotten 2 promotions. So I've been really able to just, do things that I didn't do when I was younger. I've been able to do a lot in the last 3.5 years. So I've even learned about myself more. I think women should really learn about themselves while they're single. So that way, when you do get in a relationship, you know what you want and you know how to express what you want and what's good for you. There were times I didn't really know about myself. I really didn't know what I wanted out of a person, or what I needed, or what support I needed in certain situations. And as I've been by myself, I've learned what I like, what I can deal with, what I don't like, what I like to do. So I would just say, while you're waiting on the Lord, just love on yourself and find yourself and work on yourself.
That's great.
That is excellent advice. So ladies, you heard her.
Guys,
Wait on the Lord, date yourself, learn yourself, get to know yourself even more while you taking and handling business, getting that degree, learning about what type of other careers you can be looking at or doing, and just finding a new you. Thank you so much, Brittany.
thank you.
Tuning in with us at Changing the Volume. We wish you all the success. Continue to keep God first. And I know if you keep him first, that he will send that rightful husband for you. You take care now.
Yes.
And we thank you again for tuning in with Changing the Volume with your girl Caprice.
And your boy PH.
You're listening to Changing the Volume. We'll be right back, so don't touch that dial. Turn it up.
Hey guys, tune in every Thursday at 8 p.m. to hear a new episode on Apple Music, Amazon Music, Spotify, and iHeart. And don't forget to like, download, and share. Welcome back to Changing the Volume with your girl Caprice.
And your boy PH.
Thank you again, Brittany, for tuning in with us today. First of all, ladies, you heard her. She's a single mom with a daughter.
Yes.
And she said that while you're waiting, it's so good to learn yourself. It's good to date yourself. It's good to trust in God during the wait. What do you think, PH?
I think that's a great example that she stated, trusting God first and then the wait. One thing I noticed that she sounded like she have a whole lot of patience. So men, when you come meeting a young lady with a child, or even you coming with your own children, you need to have some patience. Don't be in a hurry to just, rush in and take over. Take your time to get to know the person. Ladies, take your time to really get to know the person, because when you take your time, then you're able to justify the future a little bit better. So I think that she's going to do very well with that.
Yes. And ladies, again, wait on God. Wait on God. It's not the end of the world when you have a child and you desire a husband. You desire that companionship.
Wait.
God put us here for that. So it's okay to want that. But in the process, learn you and love you. Thank you for tuning in with Changing the Volume with your girl Caprice.
And your boy PH.
Until the next episode, keep it locked.
Thank you for listening to Changing the Volume.